Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Microsoft Vice President of Business Applications, Hayden Stafford.
Time for me to take it. I'm the boss right now, not gonna fake it. Now when you
Wait, don't leave. Don't leave. Don't leave. So, I have to say, we all probably have those times when you stand up and you do a presentation, you say, I'm what stands between you and lunch or you and drinks at the end of the day. There's always kind of not a good time to have your presentation. Right now, I am feeling that. How do I follow not only a personal icon, a person that I worshiped as I grew up, but also just with his message? So I changed my presentation today and what I'm going to share with you based on who you just saw, to have a conversation that is relevant and germane to what Sir Richard Branson just saw. But I'm going to start with the similarities between me and Sir Richard Branson. There aren't many. There aren't many. I can say I have very little entrepreneurial blood in me. I did start a house painting business when I was 17. But after that, I worked at very large Ernst & Young, very large IBM, very large Salesforce, and now Microsoft. But where we do have a commonality is about where we rest and relax and recharge our batteries. The commonality between us, we both love islands. Of course, you heard him talk about Necker Island. I'm glad he brought it up. And then there's me. I have a small home on a small island in one of the Great Lakes. There's no police station, there's no general store, there's no restaurants. It's where I go to relax, decompress. And after that, the similarities are limited. But what I do want to talk about, I'd never show our mission statement at Microsoft, because I think it's important for us to just embody it and not really talk about it. But today I decided to put this up because our mission statement is all about that man that you just saw on stage. It's empowering every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. This is our true north. This is our compass rose. And we don't come out and celebrate our technology. We celebrate what our customers do with our technology. And the key thing here is about people and organizations. I'll talk a little bit today about digital transformation and what it's doing to industries. It's not industries that are transforming. No, it's companies that are transforming industries. And more importantly, it's the people who are transforming these companies. So what we at Microsoft bring and what we do with our partnership with companies like Apttus is bring the technologies and the tools to help people that have that entrepreneurial spirit, that have that desire to succeed and do more, to change their business, to change their company, and to change the world. So I'm going to start by talking about how we kind of view the world, how Microsoft looks at digital transformation. I'm going to take you through a few customer examples, talk a little bit about my business so you understand that Microsoft, yes, we're actually in the business applications business. And then we're going to conclude with a customer who is a joint customer of Apttus and ours to talk about the key themes that are important throughout this conversation. So, when I think about technology transformation, digital transformation, really there's two elements to it. There's about how you deliver digital transformation through technology, and the three kind of tenets or pillars that are critical that you in your company must get right in order to drive digital transformation. And digital transformation is not a thing. It's a destination. It's a journey to that destination, and it's never there. You're never completely there. The three things are knowledge, artificial intelligence, and ubiquitous computing. That's the way we look at the three main pillars if you're going to drive change in your business or in your industry or even in your small business unit. Are you enabling your people with knowledge? Knowledge is power. We are a knowledge worker society. Whether you're manufacturing something, you're selling something, we are a knowledge-based business, we're a knowledge-based society. And most importantly, we're a service-based society, no matter what we do. So empowering our people with the knowledge they need to do their job is critical. Do you have the right tools? Do you have the right technologies to do that? Artificial intelligence, man, there's a lot of buzzwords about technology, right? There's cloud, there's machine learning, artificial intelligence. It's not something you buy per se. It's not something you do. It's a pervasive element to everything you do. Artificial intelligence is most exposed when it's brought to life, when it's brought to you through your applications, through the tools you use, through the systems you engage with. Artificial intelligence is the new currency that everybody needs to be asking themselves, what are we doing to make sure our knowledge workers are enabled with the right artificial intelligence? And then with all of that, are you building a ubiquitous computing platform from the way you develop the systems, to the way you manage those systems, to the way that you deploy those systems at mass scale? And when you've done all of these things, you've thought about your knowledge management, you've thought about your artificial intelligence strategy, and you know that you've got a ubiquitous computing platform, make sure it's got multi-device capability, and that most of all, it's multi-sense experiences. Whether it's virtual reality and bringing the ideas and the concepts to life through augmented reality, whether you're using ink, pen and paper, tablets, handheld devices, making sure that you're able to enable your customers, your people, with the technology that's ubiquitous, that it's artificial intelligence enabled, and that it's enabling the knowledge workers. And when you've done that, there are two delivery platforms that we as Microsoft think about and you all experience. We talk about the intelligent cloud. Do you have a hyperscale platform that manages the data that drives the effectiveness of your people? But most importantly, because we are all a device-driven society, are you enabling knowledge, AI, ubiquitous computing on the edge? People are using devices in their cars, in gaming systems. In every aspect of our lives, we are not tethered to the main compute client-server environment. It's about working on the edge and capturing that knowledge and enabling those workers with artificial intelligence on the edge that is driven by your intelligent cloud. So that's going to be the mindset and the frame that I talk about for the rest of the day. And when you think about the intelligent edge and the intelligent cloud, these aren't kind of buzzwords. These are real opportunities for all of you in the audience and we within Microsoft and other vendors that you may use. When you think about the magnitude and scale of what the industry is doing to enable intelligent cloud and intelligent edge computing, it's mind-boggling, right? If you look at the PC environment of about a $25 billion market, or the client-server industry of a $250 billion market, companies around the world in every industry and of every size are thinking about, how do I drive knowledge management, how do I drive intelligence, artificial intelligence, and ubiquitous computing on edge devices to enable my people and make them more productive and more effective. So that concept of knowledge management, AI, and ubiquitous computing, and just digital transformation as a whole, it's fascinating. I am a blessed person. I'm blessed because I get to travel the world and meet a lot of people in a lot of different industries. And no way would I ever say I'm an expert in any industry, but what I've gotten to see is how industries are being transformed and how companies are driving that transformation of those industries. So if you think about manufacturing, right? You go back 20, 25 years, you think about lean manufacturing or just-in-time manufacturing, the things that were driving innovation and change and cost-effectiveness in manufacturing. You had your manufacturer, a little disintermediated from their customers through suppliers or dealers. Think about a car as an example. The OEMs really did not have that relationship with the consumer. But now with the technology at hand, you're getting a confluence of the manufacturers and the consumers. And they're no longer in the business of just making stuff. They're in the business of servicing that stuff and creating an amazing customer experience, and more importantly, delivering a service. Almost every manufacturing company that I talk to don't think of themselves as making stuff. They think about themselves servicing their customers and becoming a service-based company. So having that ethos and that mindset of what makes a service-based company excellent. As an example, we've got a large manufacturer of airline engines. Can't talk about their names. I won't talk about any customer names. But they make engines, and they're on how you all probably got here today. They now make a lion's share of their revenue, not from the manufacturing of those engines, but of servicing those engines. and driving the engine usage as a service. A tire manufacturer no longer drives all their revenue from just making tires. It's about the sensor data in those tires and utilizing the information from those tires, number of takeoffs, landings, road quality, etc., and selling that information. The manufacturing industry with IoT, smart devices, is unbelievable in terms of pressing the environment of digital transformation. I think about retail. I don't know how many of you are in the retail industry, but wow. Not only what the vendor market like Amazon and others are doing to the retail industry, but just about the convergence of activity, whether it's omni-channel or the experience in-home or in the market, in the store or online. We have a large customer, as an example, that is a big box home improvement retailer. Yes, it's one of the two. And they're no longer just using CRM as an example for customer relationship management. No, what they've done is they've stitched together their back-end ERP systems, their supply chain, et cetera, together with their CRM. And when they're now engaging their customers in their homes, servicing them in their homes, they're using technology like our HoloLens to come in and say, you want a new kitchen cabinet, you want new flooring, put this on, let's envisage this, capture all the information about what that customer likes, what they don't like, oh, maybe that their refrigerator's old and we can upsell them. But retail is becoming an experience and immersing your customers in that experience. And then lastly, I love the story, I love engaging with public sector, albeit it can be challenging at times, but believe it or not, the public sector is leading the way in digital transformation and the pace of change. We have a large customer that is actually a very large country in South America that just established a ministry of modernization. And what this ministry of modernization is doing is empowering the citizens to help manage themselves, to serve themselves, to identify bad potholes, traffic lights that are out, bad roads, dispatching crews from their edge devices to communicate with the local politicians. So it's an amazing story of what's happening out there, and if you're not thinking about the underlying tenets of digital transformation, you're going to get eclipsed. There are guys like Richard Branson out there, gals like Richard Branson out there, that are out there trying to disrupt. And when they're disrupting, they're thinking about 4 main pillars. These aren't new. These are things you probably think about on a daily basis, but the way Microsoft looks at this, when we think about the journey of digital transformation, we think about 4 things. Empowering your employees. Are you doing what's necessary to make them more efficient, to make them more productive? Are you engaging your customers correctly in the context that they want, speaking to the right customers at the right time with the right people? Turning relationships into revenue. Optimize your operations. Many people see their operations in their back-end office not as an area to really digitally transform, but oh my, they are. They are, and they're turning their operations from cost centers into profit centers. And then lastly, kind of what I was driving on with the bit about manufacturing, transforming your products. This is the area that I love most in engaging with customers about and rethinking about how they digitize their product delivery, their product life cycle, from the time when they're sourcing raw materials to developing their product to getting it out into the market and servicing it. Ensuring that your product delivery is an amazing experience for your customers. And we at Microsoft, I joined Microsoft 4 years ago, and if you asked me 5 years ago, would you ever join Microsoft? I would have said, no, I don't think so. Microsoft was a very kind of internally competitive between the divisions. And we had an amazing thing happen in February of 2014. And that was a man called Satya Nadella. He came in and has turned the company around. And we've organized our products, not only in an open manner, partnering with partners more prolific, opening our business to competitors to partner with them to serve our customers more. But what he's done is he's knocked down the barriers and thought about digital transformation, our products, and how it delivers those 4 attributes of digital transformation. So modern workplace, that's what you think about with productivity, engagement, collaboration, office. Just trying to ground you a little bit about who I am and what we're talking about here. Modern workplace is office for the most part, but a lot more around that productivity and really driving empowering the employees. Business applications, yeah, Microsoft is in the business of business applications, and we are very serious about it. And partnerships with CPQ technologies like Apttus is really transforming the way that customers that companies are engaging their customers more efficiently. Applications and infrastructure, data and AI, those are both, when you think Azure, these are these two areas. One, applications and infrastructure is raw iron technology, that kind of stuff, database. And then, of course, data and AI, that's about building your data estate and reasoning over it. I met a customer last week that said, we are working with Microsoft to help get our data estate in place. We're really into this AI stuff, but if we don't get it right, the thing that I know that we're going to do is we're going to reason over our data and make bad decisions with more accuracy. So when we look at all of these four elements of our business, we are aligned our customer's journey of digital transformation around empowering your employees, engaging your customers, optimizing your operations, and transforming your products. So I could wax poetic about our products and what we're doing, but really in the end, as I said before, we're not here to celebrate our technology. We're here to celebrate what our customers do with our technology. How many of you have heard of Metro Bank? A couple hands are going up. I could come here and talk to you about our customers at JP Morgan Chase or Barclays or things like that in the financial services institution, but these guys got it right. There's another bank in Italy, Banco Mediolanum. They got it right. They're thinking with a digital mindset and a disruptive mindset. So Metro Bank is the first major bank on High Street in London in the last 100 years. Started by a group of guys that came from TD Bank in the United States, and they started with the mind of serving my customer being the first entry point, the center of their business. They are built wall to wall with our technology, and their business is booming. They are opening new accounts in under 5 minutes compared to what it used to take a day. They're issuing credit cards and checks on the spot in their bank. The customer enters, they know who they are. Metro Bank has more products householded than any other bank in a products total portfolio with an individual, more products householded than any other bank in the UK. It's about the customer experience and building and thinking about the customer first. It's an amazing story. The second customer is an amazing one. I was very, very involved with this engagement. Maersk, out of Europe. These guys, the scale of their business is unbelievable, right? They have 30,000 employees in 114 countries, delivering over 12 million containers to every corner of the earth. And they do it on time, they do it effectively and at low cost, and they deliver for delighted customers. Now, I could tell you about what they do and how they're integrating their back-end ERP systems to their front-end customer engagement systems, but I think it'd be better if you heard it directly from the customer themselves.
At Maersk Container Industry, we operate a 24-hour business across 4 global locations, producing more than 400 containers a day. The whole process demands real-time communication and coordination across a global value chain. Digital transformation for us means greater transparency, deeper understand our risks and costs, and the ability to take more informed, proactive, and data-driven decisions. Dynamics 365 in the cloud allows us to unite the whole company in one system with prompt access to global data anywhere, anytime. We can share information, collaborate, and respond to all business needs in one place. With better forecasting and business intelligence, we can automate processes, reduce errors, and cost our products more accurately. Machine learning and quantum intelligence will allow us to take preventive actions and extend the life value of our customers' investment in goods. We want to take bigger risks, to continually understand what we can do better and capitalize on new opportunities faster. And we are now in a position to do so.
So you're probably thinking, okay, I'm here at an Apttus event and I'm hearing all about Microsoft technology. What I want to do is explain to you, tee this up for about 3 or 4 minutes about what Microsoft's business applications are doing and why it's important to you here in the room, in particular with our growing and exciting partnership with Apttus. So Microsoft has been in the business of business applications for a very long time, traditional ERP and CRM. But the world and the market is no longer demanding large monolithic applications that are maintained in silos. Remember, data is the new currency in our world to drive digital transformation. And breaking down the silos and the barriers between different applications. Think about quoting and pricing and contract lifecycle management, and your ERP systems, logistics, CRM, call centers, marketing. All of those have a rich aggregation of data that are being tapped and used by only the people who really use those applications. So our strategy about 2 years ago was to bring ERP and CRM together, along with many other things, which I'll mention in a little bit. But bring these applications together and make them modular and modern, make them integrated, make them intelligent, and most of all, make them adaptable for a changing world. So what we've done from a technology standpoint is we've started to bring the products together, which is our new product, Dynamics 365, and we've blurred the lines between CRM and ERP, your front office and your back office, and created a common platform in which our applications can reason over data. And why that's important is because a marketing campaign needs to be linked to your sales strategy. And your sales strategy certainly benefits when you understand your call center engagement. And call center engagement, when you're driving issue resolution, conflict, et cetera, with products, you then dispatch your field service. And field service better be connected with the back end in your supply chain and logistics to make sure you've got the right product or the right part at the right time. So what we've done to bring our business applications together is built this common data platform that our Office application is built on, that LinkedIn is built on, and utilizing the hyperscale of Azure, which is inherently laden with AI and machine learning. And we give our customers an opportunity to buy applications and engage in applications as they need in a modern modular way. So whether you're looking at the left-hand side of the screen, which are traditional ERP type products and applications, or the right-hand side, they're all connected. They're all combined, they share their data, they drive efficiency, they're more secure, and they take away the headache of the integration. So let me tell you a little bit more about this. So when you think about in the olden days of ERP and CRM separated, and I haven't even gotten to configuration, pricing, and quoting, or contract lifecycle management, you had to go toggle between systems, application flipping. Now in a world of connected applications, intelligent applications, you start thinking about the commonalities, for example, between a support case and a service request and equipment maintenance, right? You're starting to connect together your customer engagement platform with your service back-end operations platform. That is what we call modern modular apps, connected apps. Then you start to integrate the tools that people use every day. What do you do in the morning? You sign on to your email. At the end of the day, you sign out of your email. There is so much happening in your email or not just email, in Office, whether you're using Skype or not, but collaboration, communication, calendaring, emailing, Word documents, Excel documents. All of these things have rich sets of information. They have intent. They have sentiment. How many times has my email passed? Is it opened? Feeding that back into your CRM system, it's a pretty powerful thing. So now, I talked about modern and modular, now I'm talking about integrated. You're integrating your systems. Then we did this thing about a year ago that you probably heard about called Buy LinkedIn. Why did we buy LinkedIn? There's a number of reasons, but one of the main reasons is to enable our business applications business and bring social engagement, social insights into this common data model, this common data service. So now you're starting to connect relationships and relationship health with engagement, opportunities, etc. We're building a large system of intelligence on top of a common data model. So that's the intelligence element, right? You're modern and modular, and you move into integrated, you run some intelligence on it. The last piece, and this is where I get really excited about partners like Apttus, you bring partners in. Think about Microsoft 4 or 5 years ago. For any of you that have tech people on your teams or you're a tech person, what did you develop on with Microsoft? What was your development platform? How did you build your apps? You probably did whatever you're most familiar with, but it was not integrated and connected across your business. What Microsoft has quietly done over the last 2 years is create this common data model built on Azure that now our partners can develop on. And when they develop their contract lifecycle management applications on this common data service, it is integrated, it is secure, and it is lower cost for you, our customers, to help you, our customers, drive that intelligent cloud and that intelligent edge decision making. So now that we've built and connected all this technology together, we've got to be able to get it out to the market. Again, we all use, well, not we all, but people use App Store with Apple or the Google market, etc. My competitor has a market in CRM. Now that we have a common development platform and a place for our partners to develop, we have something called AppSource, over 3,500 apps and 1,900 partners. And Apttus has been a great partner from the start. Apttus, well, let me correct myself, not from the start. Apttus was very aligned with one of our competitors. For many of you that use my competitor that's here in Silicon Valley in the CRM space, didn't have optionality, didn't have the opportunity to think about integrated solutions, intelligent solutions, modular solutions, and most importantly, cost-effective solutions. So with companies like Apttus, they've started to build small, digestible, composite apps and put them on the AppSource for our customers and partners to be able to have a commerce space to try or even buy applications. For instance, Apttus, we threw up a couple of them here, their quote-to-cash for manufacturing app. Customers can go in, click on it, download. They've got a pre-configured, secure application built on Dynamics and Azure. Same can be said for contract lifecycle management. We have created a very good place for our partners and our customers to consume our technology. So, speaking of customers, I thought it would be pretty good to have someone join us on stage who is an Apttus and Microsoft Dynamics partner to talk about their experience, how they're using us, and most importantly, what they plan to do. So with that, I'd like to invite Pamela Phillips to join me on stage. Pamela is from FIS, working in the financial services industry. Hey, Pam. Very good.
Good to see you.
Thank you for joining me.
Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure.
We had a great conversation in back while Sir Richard Branson was finishing. Yeah, it was an amazing thing seeing him go.
It was.
And his story is unbelievable. So Pam, why don't we start by you introducing yourself, what you do, the business you're in. Start there.
Okay. For those of you who don't know, FIS is the world's largest global provider of financial software, technology solutions, and transaction processing. It's probably the largest company you've never heard of. We're a Fortune 500, S&P 500 company, traded on the New York Stock Exchange. Our 2017 adjusted revenue was about $9 billion. We moved billions of transactions last year that moved $9 trillion worth of monies across the globe. So it's a large company really involved in looking at innovative softwares, innovative technologies, everything from asset and investment management to retail banking products, your mobile applications, everything you use to move money as a consumer, as well as looking at the institutional markets, everything from risk management and compliance products to those types of transaction processing.
Awesome. So, you heard me, I don't know if you heard me talking from back there when I talked about our mission of empowering every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. That's applicable no matter what role you're in, what company you're in. You, as the Senior Vice President and Deputy General Counsel, yeah, right there.
Yes, right there.
I don't think of using Dynamics in business applications as an attorney. Can you talk a little bit maybe how you use it in your business and maybe how FIS is using Dynamics and Apttus?
Yeah, sure. So we are a Dynamics 365 client. We are also an Apttus client, and in fact, we migrated from the Apttus version on the Salesforce platform over to the Azure platform last year. FIS is a company where we have always been encouraged to work collaboratively. So I agree it is a little weird to have a lawyer standing here on the stage talking to you about a sales tool. But really, what we try to do is work across the groups, across the departments, to make sure that we are functioning and empowering our employee base to do the best job they can. So working closely with the IT team, working closely with the billing team, working closely with the finance team. The legal team has tried to find ways to accelerate the contracting process, to build better client intelligence, really empower our employees, our sales force, our businesses, frankly, our lawyers for that matter, to do the best job they can. If I can produce the contract faster, if I can help my sales guy get the pricing faster, if I can help them all in an integrated form produce the documents and the information that they need to give to the client, then I can turn the revenue on faster.
And de-risk it by not having ambiguity in the process.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, standardization and being able to have all of those features in one system that's integrated and working together is absolutely critical to the risk factors.
Yeah. It's fascinating. It's not just in your department, right? Apttus and Dynamics is used elsewhere within FIS. As I mentioned, Apttus was a significant partner of one of our largest competitors, who many of you probably use and who you used. And they've made the move to re-platform on Azure to capture that intelligence, that connection of data, and using AI in everything that they do, and bringing it into the core of other applications.
Well, and I think that, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
go for
you.
it.
I think that integration really is key.
That's where I was going.
I mean, in looking, when we looked at tools, as you mentioned, we did have part of our sales force that was using a different sales management tool. When we looked at what we needed to do as a company, what we realized is making sure that, one, we had one tool that the entire company could use, but also one that integrated well with some of our other tools that we use every day in our work environment. So obviously, with Office 365 being such an integral part of our emails and our teamwork and our OneDrive, everything, combining that with tools like the Apttus CLM tool, really helped us empower and be more efficient. You don't have to learn a bunch of other tools. You don't have to worry about that integration. You frankly don't have to leave the environment that you're used to working in as an employee to get your job done.
That's why I love having people like you on stage. You say it so much better than me and with more credibility, especially because you're an attorney. So just in the final, concluding remarks here, Pam, talk to me a little bit about where you see yourself going. What's next?
Yeah, so FIS, obviously, in the technology business, we are always looking to disrupt. We want to disrupt ourselves, frankly. We need to find new technologies that our retail banking, our commercial banking, our institutional financial institutions need to utilize for their customer base, which is really all of us. So we're constantly looking at new technologies. We do use machine learning even now to help us with, frankly, things like risk metrics. We use it to monitor fraud and see if we can get better predictability on what's happening from a fraud perspective. We use it in connection with implementations of new tools, new processes for our different clients. I think for me as an attorney, I personally am looking forward to more use of things like artificial intelligence. I don't think it's quite there yet, but it's pretty exciting. I think the idea of being able to find information in your contracts, being able to locate regulatory information from a compliance perspective, even providing more information about what the client is doing so that you can predict what they will be needing in the future. Those are all very exciting things. I don't think it's quite here yet, but I think it's really a question of when, not if.
All right, it's a journey.
It's a journey.
It's a journey.
It's a
and
journey.
as I said to you backstage, I look forward to coming and meeting you in Jacksonville.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Pam. Appreciate
Thank you.
See you. All right, I'm going to move to conclude here, and I hopefully get you guys out to lunch. So it's important to me to always have the voice of the customer. And now, Sir Richard talked a little bit about being the underdog, talked about, punching from your back foot. And sometimes I feel like that in terms of the large ERP and CRM companies that are out there, but we win on the merit of our technology and our people. And I like it to have customers come and talk. I love having partnerships with people like Kirk and the rest of his team at Apttus. But I share with you, as I move towards concluding here, kind of some of the view of our analysts, from the press and from our customers. For instance, Forrester, I love how they talk about what we're doing to democratize CRM, largely by the integration with our tools. We have customers that use our dynamic CRM, but they don't use it. They do all of their CRM activities in their office, in their email product. That's democratizing CRM. GeekWire, talking about bringing AI, what Pam was talking about, and yes, it's a journey. We're all on our way to becoming better AI-type businesses, but bringing AI not as a standalone application or function, but ingrained and embedded in everything you do in the apps you use. And customers love to talk about the ease of using our applications because of the common look, feel, integration, etc. But it's not just that. What we've done, and really validated by partnerships like Apttus, moving from our competitors to us from a platform standpoint, and more tightly integrated in the CRM standpoint. CRM and ERP are not, when you think about CRM and ERP, it's not just the application, it's what you do around it. It's about collaboration, it's about application integration, it's about AI, it's about collaboration, telephony, et cetera, et cetera. And I wanted to share this with you as kind of a parting thought. As you think about your transformation, as you think about your application modernization, and you think about your business, think about what the analysts are starting to say and what we can do with you together with your partnership with Apttus. And I'm going to conclude. I'm going to conclude on a couple final thoughts. First of all, thank you. Thank you for giving me the time here on stage and for listening to me. Thank you for being our customers, for those of you out here that are our customers. But I want to leave with you that, kind of the point that Pam made, digital transformation is a journey. As I said before, you're never really there. I'm going to go back to the beginning of what I said. If you think about your knowledge services, if you think about your AI strategy and your ubiquitous compute platform, are you empowering your employees, engaging your customers, optimizing your operations, and transforming your products in a manner that is competitive to drive differentiation between you and your competitors? Together with Apttus, Microsoft can help you on that journey, and we'd be happy to talk to you. Thank you.